Hi, YouTube. Hi, I see you got somebody in here. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that was. Thank y'all for coming in, whoever y'all are. I see everybody pouring in. Thank you for coming in. Tesla, the Soulless Trench Coat. Hey, how are y'all doing? Thanks for coming in. Oh, okay, so y'all know in my live stream, I encourage channels to support each other. So let's go and get that out of the way now. If you see a channel you're not familiar with, go and take a look at them. Let them know you're supporting them. They might support you back, they might not. But it's okay, right? Yeah, so you'll know, only get on the lunchtime live stream when I see something on Twitter that catches my attention. Um, what does your title mean, please? I'm getting to that. Thank you for coming in, JC Silvermoon. So, a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I only come on the lunchtime live stream. Hi, BOB girl. When something from Twitter catches my attention, and today we saw that President Trump was saying that people in Texas, and you'll know I'm from Houston, Texas. He said that people during Hurricane Harvey were just out there storm watching in boats, and that just wasn't such a good idea. It didn't work out too well for those people who were actually out there in those boats because they were helping each other because they were stranded. And then we had a hardware store in Tennessee saying that no gays are allowed in their store. I love everybody. I love gays. I have a number of gay friends. I have a number of gay people who support this channel. I am, LGBT friendly, if you want to call me that. So yeah, I don't have a problem with what anybody does. I don't have a heaven or a hell to put anybody in. So if people want to be gay, then that's their business. But I do kind of feel like this is some kind of fallout, I guess. Yeah, that's how I feel to Soulless Trench Coat, that people are people. And thanks, Browdy Chica, for coming in. So yeah, I feel like this is maybe part of the aftermath of the Supreme Court decision that came down. Hi, how are you doing, Smart Cooking? In favor of the Christian baker who didn't want to bake the cake for the two gay men, but there were a lot of other circumstances around that. And I kind of feel like that ruling was correct. And we talked about that when that case went to the Supreme Court in this live stream. I'm okay. Thank you so much, Smart Cooking. And so what I said then, just like kind of, I said a lot of things, but I did say that I thought that the Supreme Court would rule the way that they did. But I also said that if I were gay and I went to a bakery that did not want to bake my cake because they don't support gay marriage, I would just not take my business there. I understand that this couple was trying to make a point, and I get that, and I'm all for anybody's right to do that. But I, like myself, I'm in an interracial relationship. And if my fiance and I go to a bakery and they say, well, I don't support, interracial marriage, then I don't want them touching any food that I'm going to be eating or tasting. That's just how I feel about it. I'll just take my business elsewhere, but I'm all for people if they, feel like they have a case and they need to stand up and fight, then stand up and fight. I get it. But this guy out of Tennessee, just to say that gays should not shop at his store, is stupid, I think. It's really ignorant, and I mean, their money spends the same as everyone else's. And I feel like that if I'm supporting him saying that, even though I don't feel that homosexuality and race are the same thing, that does open the door for people to say, well, I don't like blacks, so I don't feel like blacks should be shopping in my store. No blacks allowed. We could potentially be on a slippery slope, even though it's kind of, in my opinion, it's comparing apples to oranges, or apples to dogs is two totally different things to me. So yeah, it's a store in Tennessee. Hey, Diggs the Swag King, how are you doing? A hardware store in Tennessee called Amex, I believe is the way that it's pronounced, Amyx, Amex Hardware Store in, I believe it's Washburn, Tennessee, town I never heard of. And all of a sudden, the owner just puts this sign on the door that says no gays are allowed. And I think that that's absolutely insane. Don't know where this place is. How's he gonna know if they're gay? Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless someone's advertising they're gay, or even if they come in and they're extremely flamboyant, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gay. Some men are just, some straight men are effeminate. Um, why does he care about their gay dollars? They spend just the same as heterosexual dollars. Yeah, I'm bisexual, and I'd be very disheartened if a store around here discriminated against me, uh, others, or others in the gay community. Hey, a view is a view. Exactly, that's how I feel. The money is green. I will take gay dollars, straight dollars, transsexual dollars. I'll take it all. 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. I want the money. Which, hey, if he wants, I guess, to have his business associated with hate and to be the extra Christian, store, then I guess, he'll be able to get those dollars. But it's just stupid to me, and it's just hateful, and seeming to come out of nowhere. But I will say, though, if I were a gay person, I would probably initially be offended because, like, yeah, if I'm a black person and I see a person who's got a, no blacks allowed sign, I probably would be offended, but I'm not going to go in there and try to force you to take my money either. Hi, Annie Johnson. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. So, yeah, thank you, Ms. Ty. At least some people like us. Yeah, let's see. JC, who is bisexual, says, I've been discriminated against as a disabled person, and that's hard enough. Wow. Yeah, and we all are subject to some kind of discrimination. I guess unless you're like a rich white male in America, you're subject to some kind of discrimination. Even being a white woman, still, just being a woman. But being black, you're subject to discrimination. Being disabled, something that I don't think about often. I think about race, and I think about sexuality or sexual identity. JC Silver Moon, do you care to tell us more? Let's see. Thank you for talking about this subject. It's a hard subject to talk about. Yeah, it is. And, JC, I like to talk about the subjects that are hard to talk about because I feel like we need to get an understanding, and I feel like if we don't talk, then that just opens the door for this kind of bigotry to continue, like this man in Tennessee. I doubt that he's ever had, I doubt, now I could be wrong, but I doubt that he's ever sat down with a gay person, a gay man, let's say, to talk to him about his sexuality or his choices or why he's gay. Was he born this way? Is this a choice that he made? Is he just gay because he wants attention? Did he just hear a Diana Ross song and lost his shit and all of a sudden turned gay? I doubt that he's had this kind of a conversation with anyone. And I feel like if we have these hard conversations, will bridge the gap. Jadel Entertainment, did I say hello to you? I don't know if I did. That's our friend in Jamaica, y'all. And BLB girl, I think I said hi to you. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, I think that if we would just talk to each other a little bit more, we would have less bigotry and hate. He would probably see, this store owner, that he might have a little bit more in common with some gay people than he thinks. At the end of the day, hi Burstify, at the end of the day, we all want the same things, and if he has a hardware store and gay people are coming in there, they're coming in there for the same reason that straight people are coming in there. I believe people are born gay. I don't think they choose to be gay. Yeah, I think that for the most part that is true. I do think that there are some people, usually women, I do remember seeing in the 90s, particularly who would like do gay things to get attention from men, like, oh, let me kiss a girl or whatever and see if it turns these guys on or whatever. But I do think that people are generally born gay, and if people are willing to look, we see signs when they're younger, we see the little boys who are probably a little bit more than effeminate, but they prefer to, play with girls. They prefer to play with toys that are, made for girls, or whatever. Not that they're necessarily gender specific toys. And so I don't think that it's a choice that people make. Now, I do think that some people just pretend to be gay sometimes for attention. I thought that, that there were a lot of women, like I said, particularly in the late 90s, maybe even early 2000s, who were just pretending, to be gay to get attention from men. But I think that people are just born the way that they're born. And regardless, though, let's say that people aren't born gay, and there's some people who decide to turn gay when they turn 21, and they want to come and shop in your store. They're coming in there for the same reason that straight people are, because they want to improve their homes. You own a hardware store, so they want to upgrade their bathrooms just like straight people do. They want to paint their kitchen, go from eggshell to purple, whatever, just like straight people do. That we want the same stuff out of life, and that's something that I think the biggest don't understand or don't care about. If they're truly just bigoted, it doesn't matter what you want. If I'm this, if I'm a person who has what you want and you want it, and I don't agree with what you're doing, then great. But what if something happened in your early life and you just turn out to be gay? Yeah, and I think I mean, people will say that happens too, like maybe sometimes, unfortunately, like things like as a result of molestation, maybe by some family member or something, or, maybe something happened with an opposite sex partner that was a bad experience that turned you. It doesn't matter, like the reason that people are gay. The thing is that they're here, that they deserve rights, like but I will say, sorry for my language, having sex with a female is a very great feeling. Well, hey, that's how you were born. You're born straight, so yeah, having sex with a female is going to be very good to you. um yeah. So without necessarily focusing on why people are gay, the fact remains that okay, so I didn't know. Okay, Rowdy Chica, do you care? You're telling us a lot in just saying that. So do you care to tell us more about what happened to you, or if it's too private, I completely understand, because that's something that I had no idea of. So if you care to share, I'm interested to know. Wow. So you're saying that something happened in your life that you were born straight, but then something happened in your life, something traumatic, I guess, happened in your life, and you turned gay. Is that what you're saying? Let's see. I didn't choose to be bisexual. It's just a feeling in my heart and brain that I knew I liked men and women. Okay. And I appreciate you. Let's see, thank you, DC Kool-Aid and Lisa. When I read your title, I was like, oh no, we're not allowing her live. No, 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 no. You know that's not the case. We love everybody here on this channel. Like I said, 8 to 80, dumb, crippled, and crazy, straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, transsexual, whatever. Okay, see, like Rowdy Chica says she was molested at age 7. And I did not know that, and that's a very personal thing for you to share with us, so thank you for sharing that, and I'm not trying to bring up any bad memories or anything. So, yeah, and I hear people say things like that from time to time that, let's see, oh, King. Okay, I'm going to say King. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. I have plenty of bad experience with females, but it won't turn me gay because, okay. And so, yeah, and everyone is different. But a bad experience with a woman is definitely not the same as being sexually molested as a child. As an adult, we process things differently. And so my thing is, though, this store owner in Tennessee, that's what we were talking about, DC Kool-Aid and Lisa, there's a store owner in Tennessee who came out this morning with a sign, that sign that's on my thumbnail that says no gays allowed. That's what he put outside of his store because he doesn't want gay people shopping at his store. And I was just saying, I think that it's completely stupid. It's not as though gay dollars spend any differently than straight dollars. It's not like gay people aren't coming into his store for the same reason that straight people are coming into his store. If he owns a hardware store, they're coming in there because they want to improve their homes somehow. Let's see here. Okay, and Rowdy Chica, I can completely understand that. I think that I would feel the same way. I'm thankful that I did not have that experience as a child so that I would know for sure. But yeah, I think that if some man did something to me when I was 7, that's like second grade. Nothing sexual should be going on in your life at that time. No man should be touching you when you're 7 years old other than, to give you a hug, maybe a kiss on the cheek or the forehead or something. I've been called gay, but I don't care because I know it's not true. Okay, so King, are you a man and you're saying that people call you gay? Is it because people think that you are effeminate in some way? And so that's like what we're saying with this store owner in Tennessee. How can he just spot gay people and know that, they shouldn't be shopping in his store? Because sometimes there are people who are gay who people assume are straight. Sometimes there are people who are straight who people assume are gay. Why do you care about what anybody's sexuality is? Just get their money. And my thing is also, if I were a gay person, even if this guy had a change of heart, or whether he did or didn't, like, I wouldn't be running to his store trying to spend any dollars and enrich him with my hard-earned money. This is really how he feels about me and my lifestyle choices, and he thinks he has a right to judge. That's my thing. I don't have a right to judge what anybody's doing with their lives. I don't have a heaven or a hell to put anybody in. I will leave that to God, what is a sin and what is not. And I'm just going to live my life. I'm going to love people, straight people, gay people, bisexual people, transgender people. You love me, I'm going to give you love back. And that's all that I care about. And certainly as a business owner, I don't care what people are doing. Just give me your money and I will give you the good or the service that you're paying for. If you're a Satanist, I don't care. If you're not in my business trying to convert me to Satanism, then that's okay. Come to my Poshmark store. Shameless plug. I have a Poshmark store now. But come to my Poshmark store, get your new skirt, and get out of there. Don't leave me messages inviting me to your Satanist church, because I don't want to go there. But I'll take your money. Yeah, like, I don't have a problem with that. And so it's so stupid to me. So we had that, and then I also hopped on here, like I said, because I'm a Houston, Texas native, and we have our president today making more stupid comments, saying that people were out there during Hurricane Harvey just storm watching in those boats, and it ended up not being such a good idea for them. He's probably gay, but don't want to. You know what? Is it a cobra? Is it a cobra or a cobra? Tell me how to pronounce that. Yeah, that was something that came to my mind too. Like, are you a closeted gay? Why is it all of a sudden such a big deal to you? Like, did somebody at your church catch you kissing a man, and so now you have to come out and make a big bold statement to your people in Tennessee and prove that you're not gay? They're getting too much in the kids' eyesight, giving the kids conception. It's okay, and it's not the hold it, and it's not the Bible tell us about the last days. And people are gonna have strong opinions about it. If it is against someone's religious beliefs, then if homosexuality is against somebody's religious beliefs, then I respect that too. But my thing is that I don't personally think that kids need to see AC Cobra after the car. Okay, and I'm not a big car person, so I would not have known that if you hadn't said that. Okay, my thing is, though, I don't think that kids need to be exposed to any kind of sexuality, whether it's man and woman or man and man or woman and woman. there's just too much sexuality, is my opinion, with TV in general. Hey, Exploring with Eric, thank you for popping in. I think that kids can turn on their TV and see, women and men getting it on just as easily as they can, men and men or women and women. And I think that that's too much. That's what cable TV is for. Thank you for showing some support. Thank you for stopping by. We're just talking about the store owner in Tennessee. And we're always, in my live streams, you guys, for those of you who have channels, always feel free when you come to my live stream. You can promote your channel and you can support other people's channels and let them know that you're supporting them, and they may support you back. They may not, but they may. So I'm big on YouTubers supporting other YouTubers in this live stream. So yeah, we're talking about the Tennessee hardware store owner who put a sign on his store that says "No gays allowed." And we're just, kind of reacting to that. And I'll talk about it, of course, in the live stream on Sunday. For people who are new to my channel, when I come on and I do a lunchtime live stream, it's just because of an initial reaction to something that I saw on Twitter. So I haven't done the research like I do for the big Sunday live stream. I research for those shows, and it takes me about 2-3 days to get ready. Not 2 or 3 days straight, but it takes me about 2 or 3 days to get ready for that Sunday live stream. And so I haven't done all that research, but just from the first glance of what I've seen, there is a store owner in Tennessee who owns a store called Amex, I believe is the way it's pronounced, Amex Hardware, and he's made it very clear that he doesn't want gay people shopping at his store. So basically, I was just coming on here to say how stupid I thought that was, and that as a business owner, I want everyone's dollars. True Resident Evil fan base says, yeah, that's right. Kids don't need to be exposed to sexuality because it can warp their mind. I agree with you. Yeah, I just say in general, sexuality, period. I do wish that all the, sex scenes and love-making scenes or whatever, I wish that a lot of that could just be moved to cable television, because there used to be a time, like I said, I'm old, I grew up in the 80s, I'm 41, where the stuff that you see on regular TV today, you had to have cable to see a lot of the sex scenes. I mean, you can see bare asses, on regular TV today. The heavy petting and very, very sexual things go on on regular TV, and that's just a bit much. Regardless whether it's man and man, woman and woman, or man and woman, it's just too much for kids, I think, for young kids to process. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, and they start sexual education in school a lot earlier, Jadale, than they used to. I don't think that we had any kind of sex ed stuff in school until I was maybe about 14 or so. But it seems like now, they are talking about it in elementary school, 11, 10, 9, 7 in some instances. It's all too much. They don't have organs that are fully formed to be even thinking about engaging in sex, and why are we having this conversation, when we don't even know how to write in cursive yet, right? It's kind of the way I feel about it, but tell me what y'all think. And then, like I said, so we have that, and then we have President Trump saying that my native Houstonians were out there during Hurricane Harvey just storm watching, out there in those boats, just having a good old leisurely time, waiting to see a hurricane blow in, and it wasn't such a good idea for us. Well, no, that's kind of not the way I saw it. Yeah, I agree, True Resident Evil, that's it's a lot for kids. I mean, it can be a lot for adults, frankly. We were just out there in our boats, just hanging out, and then, whoa, a hurricane came, and oh my gosh, it was too much for us. No, people were out there in those boats after the hurricane hit, after the floods came, rescuing each other, helping each other. Texans were out there helping Texans, thank God, regardless of race and age and sexuality and sexual preferences. People were out there just helping each other, trying to not be stranded, trying to not get carried off by flood waters is what they were doing in those boats. So that just annoyed me. I haven't really been speaking on politics because it can be such a hot topic, and I don't have a lot of good things to say about President Trump. And I try to respect the office if I can't even if I can't respect the person who's in the office. And so for me, the best thing to do has just been to keep my mouth shut. But it's just like that was just extreme, that was just extreme. And not that it comes as a shock. I mean, we've heard what he said about the people in Puerto Rico, so it shouldn't come as a shock that he would say it about anybody else. Texans aren't off limits to his idiotic comments, in my opinion. And if you're a Trump supporter, I'm not trying to down you or anything, but I just think that he goes too far sometimes. And I think, like, decidedly so. I think that he likes to be confrontational and abrasive for whatever reason I don't know, and especially with Texas, they supported him, so I really don't understand that. Hi, is it Alina? Alina, is that how you pronounce it, or is it Alina? I think it's Alina. How are you doing? I really enjoyed that video that I watched of yours this morning. Your eye makeup was so pretty. Hey, Sweet On, how are you doing? Sweet On Thoughts. I wonder if I can get Matthew out here. I think our government is against us. And and I agree with you. Whether it's left wing or right wings, conservative or liberal, Democrat or Republican, I do kind of feel like that. I just feel like the best thing that we can do is watch out for ourselves the best that we can. Thank you so much for popping in. Matt is in there, but he's tending to the cat. Yeah, we have a cat now. I'm doing great, thank you. So, feel free to promote your channel in here and support other channels. Let them know you're supporting them. You might get some support back. I'm big on doing that. It tends to go down on a much larger scale on the Sunday live stream, but I like to just hop on these lunchtime live streams when I'm having a reaction to something that's going on. And so, I wasn't with this whole no gays allowed. Let's see, looking after our neighbors is more important now than ever. Yeah, I agree. We have to look after ourselves and each other. Is this the flavor of the day? They are really rotating the wheel. Yes, right, Jada Diva? Okay, so let's see. We had Black people taking a hit for like 2 weeks in a row after the whole Starbucks incident. And then it was, then we had a Native American incident. Then we had the Latinos to have their week with Starbucks and the crazy lawyer who didn't want people speaking Spanish. And so now this week it's all on you, gays, or maybe it's going to be the whole LGBTQ community. But we're not here for it. I can't believe this store owner. We're all fists up after each other. Yeah, and we just gotta be smarter. We gotta be smarter and come together. Regardless of color, regardless of race, regardless of sexual identity and all that. Like, we need to come together and look after each other. Like Sweet On was saying, that's what we need to do. We got to do it for ourselves, an injustice against one group could easily the next day turn into an injustice against the next group of people. So this isn't the time for, Black people to sit back and say, oh, well, gay people, y'all handle it, woo. Good thing it's not us. Like, no, if we get stores, openly discriminating against gay people, then, the next thing that we could see is no blacks allowed. It's against my religious principle, But thankfully, most merchandisers are in it for the money. And even if they have those views, they'll keep them to themselves because they want your money. But I just encourage anyone who is gay to not go trying to bust down the doors of these stores who don't want your money, who are saying they don't want your money because they don't approve of your lifestyle, right? Hi, Stormtrooper Style. How are you doing? How are you doing? Seriously. Just like I was saying when we talked about last year, this case with the Christian Baker, going to the Supreme Court, I said that I did think that the Supreme Court was going to rule in the Baker's favor, and I said why. But I also said that if I were a gay person, I would not, or if I was part of a gay couple, we would not, I would hope that my partner wouldn't, but I would not want my partner and I to be trying to knock down the door of a bakery who didn't want to bake our wedding cake because they don't approve of our, homosexuality. That's not what I would want. Let's see. Matt still found out today she has 12 boyfriends and she threatened my friends. What? Okay, Stormtrooper, so you have a lot going on. Are you still taking your break from your break from YouTube, like as far as posting? So yeah, if they don't want your money, I say move on. Now, if you feel like you have a case and you need to file a discrimination suit, then that's one thing. But don't pay these people. Don't reward these bigots with your hard-earned money. Just like there's someone who, doesn't approve or, doesn't support what you're doing, there are other people who do, and go and support them. These signs up in the code say no Indians allowed in restaurants. Wow, I walked out. Wow, and you guys, if you listen to my channel for any amount of time, you know that Native Americans in this country should not be denied access into anything. This is their land. We're all here on borrowed land, if you want to say it. I know that I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is a country that was built on the genocide of the Native American and then the slave labor of the Black American. And there just isn't anything that that natives should not be denied, that natives should be denied in this country. It doesn't matter if gay or lesbians, all should be treated the same. Yeah, we all should be treated with civil rights. That's what this country is supposed to be about, all these freedoms that we're supposed to have, and all these rights that people have been fighting for. Where is it? What's going on? Where are our rights, you guys? Like, and we gotta take up for each other. We gotta take up for each other. Look out for each other. Hold up, I'm trying to see Jada's comment come back because I'm on my phone now and I didn't bring my tablet to look at the comments, so now I'm having to wait for the comments to come back. But that's really all that I had to say. I'm waiting for Jada Diva's comment to come back, and then I'll sign off unless there's something y'all want to talk about. But when I get on a lunchtime live stream, it's generally because I'm disgusted. Let's see. Oh, exactly. The cake issue dealt with state and local legalities, but as a people, we either support a business or we don't. Choose and move on. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And not to say I'm positive the cake bakers got away with discrimination on the grounds of the right to refuse service. Millions of little tiny written. Okay, wait. Okay, I missed the end of that. Okay, so, but yeah, what I'm saying is that just like with the millions of tiny written laws in the backtrack. People say people should do signs that say accept gays and lesbians and don't listen to other people being said. Yeah, that would be nice, Stormtrooper style. I just feel like okay, so let's take it back to when it was the black people's turn to get discriminated against, and the three young black men went into the Nordstrom rack, where they were accused of shoplifting. And so they saw customers were looking at them, they're giving them dirty looks, the people who were working there were giving them dirty looks, and so one of the boys was so uncomfortable, and this is a boy who, they were all shopping for prom. And one of the boys was just so scared, he called his mom. He didn't know what to do. And so his mom said, well, get the manager. Ask to speak to a manager. A manager never came out to speak to him. And so these three young men, they were shopping for prom. One is a college freshman. The other two are high school seniors. They purchased items just to prove that, hey, we have money. We're not trying to steal from your store. And then what happens as soon as they leave the door, they see that the police have been called anyway. The police are wanting to see what's in their bags, see what they purchased, and they were able to provide their receipts for everything that they had, so it wasn't a problem. But the thing is and they're young, and so I don't fault them, and I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but what I'm saying is that when you see you're being treated that way, leave. Don't spend your dollars and reward these people who are being discriminatory against you, who are being bigots to you. Don't reward them with your money. There are some protesters who do get out there. Oh, yeah, yeah. And so, yeah, you guys, we have a long way to go in this country. We've come a long way, but we've got a long way to go, right? And I guess that's it. I'll end my live stream on this note, and we'll talk about this more on Sunday. And I'm going to make my very best effort to be on time from here on out. I've been doing my live streams at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, 3 o'clock p.m. on Sundays, and that's like my big live stream. That's when we play our game, IDGAF, which stands for I Do Going Fine, and I send everybody who's playing the game to your channels. People who support my live stream, I send them to your channels, and we pull things off of your channels. It's a YouTube scavenger hunt. We send them to your channels, and they get answers from videos of yours that I've watched. I ask them to answer questions about the videos that you've uploaded, and then you have a chance to win a prize. It's a 3-day, 2-night hotel accommodation. You have to pay the taxes on it, but still, so that's the prize for the game. So I put a lot of effort, into the Sunday live stream, but I've been coming late to my own stream, and that's horrible. That's like, a stereotype they love to put on black people. We're always late, running on CPT, colored people time. So I don't want to keep doing that. So I'm going to step up my game, and I'll be on time to my own live stream this Sunday, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all there if y'all can come. And it's a great networking opportunity as well, to get some supporters for your channel, and to give some support to other channels. So if y'all can come, please come. But thank you for coming for this lunchtime live stream, because these are never announced. I just get on and I pray that somebody's going to show up when I am just angry because I saw something on Twitter, right? So thank you all for coming. I'm going to go on and sign off, and I'll watch. Thank you, everybody. Oh, I didn't know you were still in here. Bye, Von D. Bye, Jaded. Bye, Sweet On. Bye, everybody. I just really, really, really appreciate y'all for coming in. Stormtrooper style. Yeah, I'm concerned about what you got going on there, but thank you all for coming in. And Rowdy Chica, I don't know if you're still in here, shared something very personal with us. Jadale, thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Love you, Sweet On, and I'll get Matt on here with me soon so you can see him and he can say hi to his cousins in Colorado. Yes, you enjoy your day too, Jaded Diva. Let's fight the power, right, you guys? Let's fight discrimination on every front that we can. Let's keep talking about it, having these tough discussions, and come to a place of understanding. Just come to a place where we can love each other, respect each other, just as human beings. We all want the same stuff, right? We all want to live. We all want to do well. We all want to love our loved ones and do the best that we can for them. That's all that we want, whether we're black or white or Latino or Asian or straight or gay or bisexual or transgender. We all want the same things. Can't we just come together, love each other, respect each other? Let's give it a try. Oh, Sammy, you're coming in here right when I'm signing off. Oh, thank you, AC Cobra. Now I will remember. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate the compliment. Yes, let's have a great day. Sammy, I was just getting ready to sign off. But Sammy, when I come on here during the week, it's always stuff that I'm going to cover again in the Sunday live stream. And so I was just talking about a hardware store here that put a sign up that said no gays allowed, and how stupid I think that is, and we all basically agree that that was not good. So thank you, Sammy Love. I love you, and I'll see you hopefully Sunday, but we'll see. I'll be by your channel. Tell your boyfriend to keep playing his awesome 80s music. And I love y'all. Okay, I'll see y'all soon. I'm going to count down from 10 and just be sure that no more comments come in, and I will see y'all soon. Love y'all so much. Thank you, AC Cobra. I appreciate it. But hey, I'll take those 10. There was a time when I couldn't even get 10 people in the stream, much less 10 thumbs up. So I will take it. And like I said, this isn't anything planned. I usually get at least 30, on my Sunday live stream, so I appreciate it. But hey, every thumbs up, every thumbs down, every view, every comment, I appreciate it all. So I'm just thankful. I won't beg for more thumbs up. Thank you all so much. Y'all have a great day. And go do something that you enjoy with someone you enjoy, right? Okay, and let me get out of here before this wasp stings me. There's a wasp flying around back here. Okay, I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, bye-bye, y'all.